We really should stop this fighting. Otherwise, we'll miss the fireworks.
There won't be any fireworks.
And here we go.
And welcome, everybody, to Suck It. I am the great and powerful King of Kings, Prince of all that is awesome. Derek, how the fuck is everybody tonight on this Tuesday, November 24th of the horrible year that has been 2020? We are 2 days away from Christmas. I mean, 2 days away from Christmas. 2 days away from Thanksgiving. 1 day closer to the end of the year. Less than 2 months away from Inauguration Day. And regardless of what happens on Inauguration Day, hopefully the government can get it back to running the government. Running the country. That would be fantastic. Enough is enough of that shit. People are still dying of COVID. Suicide rates are through the roof. People are still out of work. I'm sick and tired of hearing people talk about how, the economy's doing great because, the fucking, the stock market's like fucking doing great. The stock market is not an indicator of how the fucking economy is going. The stock market is how much fucking money executives are putting into their fucking pockets. And investors are putting into their fucking pockets. Not an indicator of how much money we as a whole, as a society, have. And if you think that's the case, then you're sadly mistaken. The stock market has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with your boss's boss's boss. Now, if you are the boss's boss's boss, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But if you're just your everyday average worker or middle management, it doesn't really affect you. Your sales might be great, but are you getting any extra money? Are you able to hire extra personnel? No. Everyone's budgets are way down. But, that's neither here nor there. And that's not why we're here to talk. We're here tonight because, I want to wish everybody a happy holiday season. We're, 48 hours away from kicking it off. Less than 48 hours. Say 36 hours away from kicking it off. But with holiday season comes a lot of fun holiday stuff. Whether that's together time with your family, if you're going to risk it this year, that's up to you. I'm not here to say yes or no. Don't, that's not my place to judge that. If you want to risk being with your family, that's within your rights. I don't recommend it, but I'm not going to judge you for it. Whether it be presents, whether it be food, or whether it be holiday movies, the holidays are upon us. And, this past weekend I got to watch, I think it was Sunday, TBS had on the Elf on the Shelf movie and The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. It was great, watching that stuff, getting ready for the holidays. But I opened my phone yesterday morning, and once a week I do something that I shouldn't do, because it just gives them more website hits. But I always check every Monday the 1 Million Moms website. Why, might you ask? Oh, because I am their mortal enemy. And I always like to see what they're doing this week. Well, this week, lo and behold, they've started another bullshit campaign talking about the LGBTQ agenda. And this time, like the title said, they're going after the Hallmark Channel and Hallmark Corporation. Why, you might ask? Oh, because they just have a gay couple in one of their movies or in a couple of their movies, or a lesbian couple. But either way, there's going to be LGBTQ families in the movies this year. Be still all my pearls. Honest to God, that is their thing this time around. So I've now made, this is my third video slash, well, I've done 2 YouTube videos. This is the first podcast that I've done about them. But for those of you who haven't seen my other 2 videos, they're available on my YouTube channel. The first time I went after them this year was when they started attacking Oreo. And that was the fact that Oreo came out with an LGBTQ commercial and rainbow cookies in honor of LGBTQ pride, and they teamed up with the LGBTQ Alliance, PFLAG, which is the that's what they came up with. They teamed up with PFLAG in order to raise awareness. And they kind of had a commercial about this lesbian couple going home, to meet one of the ladies' dads. And, the dad at first was uncomfortable, yada, yada, yada. I'm sure everyone's seen the commercial. But they attacked that and said, we're boycotting Mondelez, which owns Nabisco, again, which owns Oreo. And, sign our petition. We're going to, show, Nabisco that we mean business by not buying their products. Okay. Why? Because they made a commercial? Because they supported a cause that is worthy of supporting a cause? Okay. Then they turned around and about less than a month ago, started attacking Uber Eats. And why did they attack Uber Eats? Oh, because, again, Uber Eats has an LGBTQ-friendly commercial with Simone Biles and I forget his name from Queer Eye. But they're both doing gymnastics, and he's wearing a female leotard. He's wearing shorts, but he's wearing a female leotard. And again, they attacked, the LGBTQ agenda, which I'm still trying to figure out what exactly LGBTQ agenda is because, beats the shit out of me. But now they're going after Hallmark. Have you noticed a trend here with them? And you may not be familiar with them, but 1 Million Moms is an organization that it's run by, who runs it? I cannot remember. 1 Million Moms is a division of the American Family Association. And the American Family Association is actually labeled as a hate group. Straight up, they're labeled as a hate group because they are a fucking hate group. So let's go ahead and read, on their website, why they're attacking Hallmark. And this is all quoted from 1millionmoms.com. Families need to be aware that Hallmark Channel's countdown to Christmas movie specials this year will be different, since the network will be including LGBTQ content and characters in its original movies for the first time ever. For example, The Christmas House, set to air November 22nd, which already aired, I guess it was the other day, past Sunday, will include a gay couple. The cast features Jonathan Bennett and Brad Harder as gay dads-to-be through adoption. Hallmark Channel, owned by Crown Media Family Networks, announced its plan to start introducing gay and transgender storylines into its movies after receiving online complaints about the lack of obvious LGBTQ content in its lineup of holiday movies, which is fair. Why can't they showcase? Why can't they have a gay couple? Why? What's wrong with that? Nothing. Nothing's wrong with it. Michelle Vaccari, Executive Vice President of the Programming at Crown Family Media, said in a recent secular interview that the 2020 holiday program reflects our most diverse representation of talent, narratives, and families. Keyword there is families. Our holiday table is big. The holiday table is bigger and more welcoming than ever, she added in the press release. Our movies are rooted in warmth and positivity. Warmth and positivity. Again, I see nothing wrong here. Meaningful connections, family gatherings, and seasonal traditions. Again, I seriously don't see what's wrong here. A winning formula we hope will bring millions of users much needed levity and holiday cheer at the end of a tough year. And then here's where I love the way 1 Million Moms words shit on their website. So many people feel betrayed by Hallmark. Who? Who are these people? Who? I would like to know. Please show me fucking evidence of people complaining about the Hallmark movies. So many people feel betrayed by Hallmark, which used to be set apart from other channels because of their wholesome, family-friendly content that it aired. It still does. It still does. It's wholesome. Fathers to be through adoption. This nice gay couple is adopting. That's not wholesome at all, is it? Fucking, oh. You're fucking idiots. However, in less than 1 year, the network decided not only to air LGBTQ commercials, which 1 Million Moms petitioned and began to boycott in 2019, but and air movies pushing the gay agenda. Again, I ask, what's the gay agenda? I would really like to know what the gay agenda is. Oh, everything froze. But anyway, okay, all right, my recording is back. But anyway, oh wait, hold on, let me go back. When the pushing the gay agenda by featuring lead gay characters in homosexual relationships. What's wrong with that? The once conservative network has caved to LGBTQ pressure and has done a 180 from their wholesome network content, the channel it once aired, to now being catering to the left. 1 Million Moms is boycotting all things Hallmark. This includes Hallmark Channel, Hallmark wrapping paper, greeting cards, and Christmas ornaments, and etc. Please sign our unique petition, blah, 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 blah. Okay? So here's where I love, I've said this twice now, but here's another thing that I love about 1 Million Moms. According to their website, which right now on this petition has 23,000 fucking signatures. That's it. So where's the 1 million? Which, by the way, even on their website, they only have 100,000. I mean, on their Facebook page, they only have 100,000 followers to begin with, and half of them are fucking trolls like me. It's go to the Hallmark Channel website. Okay, go to it, and go to their holiday section where they're talking about the Christmas movies. And you'll see one key thing there. And it's a certain person by the name of Candace Cameron Bure. I might say that name. I might just say Candace Cameron. And you might go, who's that? Some people might go, oh, that's DJ from Full House. Absolutely, it's DJ from Full House. Her and her brother, Kirk Cameron, are Kirk is a little bit way more right, but let's just talk about Candace for a second. Very religious, very Christian, and very, hardcore in her views. Yet she's hosting this fucking event this year and also is starring in one of the movies. So obviously, someone who supposed to share the same values as 1 million moms doesn't even give a shit about this at all. Oh, you can say, oh, it's all about the money. No, I think she's proven time and time again that she chooses her morals over money. If that was the case, then she would have acted a lot more after, Full House ended its run. And she would have done a bunch of other stuff. But no, she stuck to a lot of Hallmark stuff, Lifetime stuff, But that was pretty much it for Candace Cameron. And obviously her brother Kirk, that's a completely other conversation. But the whole point is, if this wholesome Christian, which I have the utmost respect for, by the way, because you don't see her coming out and saying, oh, I refuse to be a part of Hallmark because they're going to feature gay and lesbian couples. No, she's doing her job, and she's doing it with a fucking smile on her face. Because that's the right fucking thing to do. It is. It is the right thing to do to turn on your goddamn TV and enjoy these movies. As cheesy and as corny as they are, enjoy these movies. Christmas time is about family. Holiday time is about family. I don't care what you celebrate. I don't care if you're Jewish. I don't care if you're Jewish and you celebrate Hanukkah, or whatever the case might be. Whatever you celebrate, this time of year is about family. And if your family members are gay, lesbian, bisexual, queer, transgender, agender, whatever, androgynous, whatever the case might be, there's no reason not to accept them. Now here's where the conversation loves to take a right turn, because people are going to say to me, well, Derek, the Bible says that being gay is against God's word. Let's talk about that for a second. Now, this is something that I've mentioned 1,005 times before on the regular show, but I figured let's go ahead, and since I'm calling out 1 million moms, let's have a little bit more fun with it for a second there, shall we? So that passage comes from Leviticus, because it's under Levitical law. So I'm going to pull out my handy dandy phone here. And we're going to pull up other things that talk, about what else they talk about in Leviticus. Leviticus rules. All right. So, Leviticus 18:22 prohibits male same-sex intercourse, and Leviticus 20:13 describes death penalty for violators. Okay? The Old Testament contains 613 commandments for God's people to follow. Leviticus includes rules about offerings, clean and unclean foods, diseases, bodily discharges, sexual taboos, and priestly conduct. But the New Testament teaches that Christ's death and resurrection fulfilled the law, which is why many of the rules and regulations have never applied to Christians. Because Christ died for your sins, Leviticus law does not matter. Romans 10:4 says, Christ is the end of the law. Colossians 2:13 through 14 says that God forgave us all for sins, having canceled the charge of our legal indebtedness, which stood against us and condemned us. He has taken it away, nailing it to the cross. I am not a religious person, but I know my facts. And that's a fact, Jack. So, things like this were also prohibited in Leviticus. Let's talk about that, shall we? Mixed fabrics were part of the ceremonial law, but wasn't the prohibition of male the same-sex relations that part of the moral law? Some argue that laws related to sexual conduct carry over to the New Testament, but Leviticus also prohibits sex during a woman's menstrual period, which most Christians do not regard as sinful. So, is it a buffet? I think it's a buffet. Let's go ahead and let's keep reading. Others suggest the term abomination indicates that some same-sex behavior is particularly egregious, but we widely accept other practices that were called abominations. Charging interest to loans, Ezekiel 18:13, burning incense, Isaiah 1:13, and eating pork, rabbit, and shellfish, Deuteronomy 14:3 through 21. Those are all things that were called abominations as well. So, Christians, when was the last time you ate a shellfish, shrimp, crab, lobster? Or when was the last time you had some bacon? That's an abomination too. Hey, 1 million moms, have you ever eaten bacon? Have you? Even the death penalty applied to some practices we now accept. Working on the Sabbath. I love this one. Exodus 35:2. And charging interest on loans. Ezekiel 18:13. The Old Testament doesn't distinguish between ceremonial and moral laws. So, 1 million moms, did you ever buy a house using a mortgage? You're violating law, Levitical law. Have you ever worked on a Sunday? You're violating Levitical law. Those things are called for by the death penalty. So why hasn't anyone killed you? Oh, that's right. I forgot. Doesn't Leviticus prohibit male same-sex behavior for a reason that hasn't changed? God's complementary design of men and women? As Hebrew scholar Saul Olian and rabbinic scholar Daniel Borian have argued Leviticus 18:22 and 20:13 specifically prohibit male same-sex intercourse. Not all same-sex acts. That act was seen as uniquely degrading to men as it placed them in the socially inferior female role. In a first-century commentary, Philo unveiled against pederasty, warning that males might suffer the affliction of being treated like women. The active partner, too, was a guide and teacher of those greatest of all evils, unmanliness and effeminacy. The Talmud, a collection of rabbinic, I hope I'm saying that right, commentaries from the early centuries of AD, distinguishes between anal intercourse and other sexual acts between men. Only the former is prohibited in Leviticus. The writers of the Talmud said they treated the same-sex acts as separate, lesser issues of lust. Male same-sex intercourse was prohibited because it subverted patriarchal gender norms of male dominance in a society devalued by women, or that devalued women. So, the same books. There's separate books inside the Bible, but the same books that not only condemn things that you do on a daily basis, 1 million moms, also thought you, as a human being woman, were lesser than a man. Lesser than a man. And that was the reason that same-sex... Now, it doesn't mention anything about lesbians. Let's go ahead and point that out right fucking now. Let's make sure that is fucking clear. But it was condemned because of that. But I could have sworn in this day and age, men and women were equal. Is that not the case? Are we still superior to you? Because if that's the case, then I shouldn't even take your opinion as valid. And you, as a woman, shouldn't even be in charge of a company, an organization, a charity, or whatever the case you might consider your company or charity organization to be. So if that's how you want to act and be a fucking buffet for the Bible and pick and choose what you want to go after to come after your agenda, to push your agenda on people, then guess what? Then I'm going to do the same thing. And you're lesser of a human being, so shut your mouth and get me some fucking pie. What I just said was offensive as hell. Let's be real about that. Offensive and misogynistic and definitely sexist as all hell. But how is what I just said any different than what you say about the LGBTQ agenda? Here's the difference. I know what I just said was wrong because, let's be real, I've met women in this world that are a shit ton stronger than I will ever be. I, as a human being, am superior to nobody because we're all fucking created equal. So if you want to continue to have your fucking cake and eat it too, you need to take a good hard look in the goddamn mirror and realize what you're doing is wrong. Now, let's take a second and think about everything I've said tonight. But let's focus on one thing. My dirty mouth. Do I take the Lord's name in vain? Yep. Do I intend to? Not really. It's just something that I say without even thinking. Do I say fuck a lot? Yep. I do. Does me saying those things about this certain topic make me seem, what's the terminology I want to go for here? Unprofessional or taking it too far? Maybe. Possibly. But maybe that's my point. Maybe that's what I'm going for here. Do you ever think about that? Maybe I'm taking it too far because that's exactly what you do every day. You get up on your high horse and completely disregard the Bible every time you post something on your fucking hypocritical, Bible-thumping, bigot website. Want to know how? Because last time I checked, the only person that was allowed to judge anybody was God. I mean, am I wrong on this? Am I right on this? I don't know. Oh, wait. Yeah, dude, because I read the same book you do. Am I a Bible-thumping Christian? No, I don't claim a religion because religions are cults, and I don't believe in that. I believe in spirituality. I believe in God. I just don't know his name. It could be God, it could be Allah, it could be Buddha, it could be Steve. But I prefer to call him Chuck. For those supernatural fans, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But did Jesus exist? Yeah, all evidence proved that Jesus existed. Was he the Son of God? I have no idea. I don't. Do I know why I don't? Because there's one common denominator in every single book of the Bible. You know what that is? It was put on paper by man. Man wrote down those words, not God. So even if these men, Ezekiel, Joseph, and everybody else really did talk to God and wrote down the words, who's to say they didn't change those words for their own agenda? We don't know. But what we do know is not every single passage that was meant for the Bible have made it into the Bible, thanks to the Romans. When they all sat down and said, hey, let's go ahead and omit this. Let's go ahead and omit this. Anything that made Jesus not look godly, they omitted. Anything that didn't, fit their agenda, they omitted. This is historical fact, ladies and gentlemen. This is 100% historical fact. I don't give a shit what you say or do. The Romans fabricated the Bible to fit their agenda. Historical fact. So let's go ahead and just make sure that we're on the same page here. Okay? Number one, the Old Testament is where it condemns homosexuality. But again, only in males. So anytime you condemn a female for being a lesbian, you're wrong, because it doesn't say that in the book. Number two, it condemns being homosexuality, because it made men seem inferior to other men because it made them seem woman-like. Number two. So if a woman is inferior to a man by your standards, because that's exactly what you're saying at this point, then you have no rights to talk shit about the LGBTQ community. Period. Isn't that amazing? In 33 minutes, I have completely destroyed your arguments. The Bible is not called Golden Corral or Angel's Buffet. You can't pick and choose. And besides, Jesus died to end Levitical law. It says so in the New Testament, which if you had read cover to cover like I have, you would know that you are wrong. And also, if you were true Christians, you would know not to condemn anyone, because you're not allowed to do that. Only God can do that. Or was I wrong there too? Right? Right? I'm waiting for a response. 1 million moms. Look, right here. If you're watching the video, here's all my contact information. Oh, wait, except for my email address. derek.suckitpodcast@gmail.com. They're in the link for the description of this video and for the podcast that'll be posted tomorrow. Come at me. Here's the thing. Not now, nor have I ever been gay, but I'm a huge supporter of the LGBTQ agenda, as you like to so put it. Why, might you ask? And I've said this before, but I'm about to show you why. See right here? This says love. This is a tattoo on my arm that says love, and it's in a rainbow flag. Because my daughter, my 18-year-old daughter, is a lesbian. And I support her till the day she dies. And that Oreo commercial that you condemned meant a lot to me. So you done made a huge mistake. Huge mistake. Do you not get that? Because every move you make, every step you take, every breath you take, I'll be watching you. And I'm coming hard. Because this has gotten out of hand. Because now you're attacking my family, my friends. And I'm not going to stand for it. And every one of the 45,000 people that will listen to this episode, or maybe more will watch it, will see the wrong that you are doing. And I'm hoping that somebody that believes what you believe watches this video and sees the complete hypocrisy that they believe in. If you want to be a good Bible-thumping Christian, that I respect the shit out of you. Because that is your right as a human being to do. And I'm not going to judge you on that. Not. Until you come after me and my family. I have friends that are hardcore, religious people. And even they think what you're doing is wrong. Your morals are flawed. Your values are flawed. You are the lowest scum on the face of the planet. You are no better than a neo-Nazi. You are no better than a man or woman that is a member of the KKK. You are no better than the Nazi army run by fucking Hitler. Or the Soviet army run by Stalin. You are no better than any of them. Because you're equal to them. Your hate, your bigotry, your hypocrisy just spews bullshit every time you open your mouth. And I'm going to continue to tell you that until you shut your mouth. There's also 1 million dads out there. I haven't heard much from them. But that's okay. 1 million moms. How you doing? Welcome to Suck It. Welcome to the world of Derek Hanjora. Welcome to your demise. Bring it on. What are you going to do next? What are you going to do next? I'm surprised you haven't attacked fucking Old Navy. Because they've got RuPaul all up in their commercials lately. So why haven't you got... No, do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Because you're afraid of RuPaul. She's the biggest drag queen, the biggest LGBTQ... She's like the top of the ladder. She is the queen bee of the LGBTQ community. If you went after her... Oh, bitches, please. I want to see that. I want to see that. Please. Oh, wait. Again, you're just going to buffet the hell out of what you want to do. Because you know damn well you can't go after RuPaul because you'll lose. You know that, don't you? I know you do. That's why you haven't done it. But I'm sure Old Navy's ready for it. I'm sure RuPaul's ready for it. And guess what? So am I. But you won't do it because you don't have the balls. Let me rephrase that. You're females. I shouldn't say that. You don't have the fortitude. There you go. How about the audacity to attack one of the greatest LGBTQ supporters in the history of this fucking country? No, you can't. That's why. Yes, you do. Guess what? You're going to do everything else you can. Go ahead and attack Oreo. Go ahead and attack Uber Eats. Go ahead and attack Hallmark. Again, you're going to lose. Oreo hasn't caved. Uber Eats hasn't caved. And obviously Hallmark didn't cave because they already aired the movie. Let's see what they do next. Do you, Hallmark Channel. You did a good thing this year. Continue it. 1 million moms. The fists are out. I've gone to battle with you, and these episodes / videos have been watched by a lot of people, and yet you haven't said anything. Because you don't. Because when anyone comes after you, you stay silent. Because you know you can't rebuke what they're saying. You can't beat me. You can't. So listen up here, keyboard warriors. Quit paying for your website. Quit paying for your advertisements because it's not working. But if you do, continue. The next move you do, you're going to see me again. But actually, you're going to see me every day because I'm always going to be here. I ain't going anywhere. But I'm going to make sure that you do. It's been real, guys. Watch Hallmark Channel. Buy Oreos. Use Uber Eats. And definitely shop at Old Navy. I love you guys. Stay happy. Stay healthy. And as always, stay heavy. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.